I've been a fan of the Arsenal since I was 9 years old.
Completely obsessed.
We've enjoyed plenty of ups,
Just so good.
but also lots of downs.
We were Banter FC. Yeah, it was really cool.
Our fans get plenty of stick,
Middle class, sing nothing.
but I know what real Arsenal fans are like.
Cult families, the biggest.
And in recent years, we've had some incredible moments. This is Arsenal Reignited.
Let's hope we celebrate later.
Yeah, I hope so. What more of these?
Oh, mate, good to see you. Come in. This is my bar. Like, I collect loads of random stuff, like not just football. Got like Home Alone pictures, Ghostbusters. I'm just like a little kid, really. My name's Alex Brooker. I'm a TV presenter, Arsenal fan. These are like my pride and joy. My signed on Ray and Bergkamp shirts. I love this picture. I love his celebration. Yeah, this is like my room. I didn't like football until I was about nearly 10. I never got into it because I had so many problems with my legs. I was in and out of hospital. Maybe it was one of those things that might have been seen as it wasn't really for me. I think that's why I was more intense. Look at us both giving it large. I just lose my head. I'm doing that same stupid face. It's an awesome photo though. I absolutely love it. I didn't like football in general, and I remember my dad had us for the weekend, and it was on my birthday. It's 15th of May 1993. I had the because I thought we were going to go out, go to cinema or something. I remember going back to my mum that night, and she was like, "What did your dad do with you today?" And I was like, "Oh, he made us watch football." Proper grassed him up. I'm ashamed of myself. Literally, I grassed the geezer up. Then 4 months later, I'm obsessed with it. "Oh, can I have an Arsenal shirt for Christmas?" He's like, "No, you can't." I think I was a bit spoiled as an Arsenal fan. Won the League Cup and the FA Cup. The next year was the Cup Winners' Cup. And then a year later, the Real Zaragoza Cup final. Naeem loving David Seaman. And I remember bawling my eyes, the injustice. I was obsessed with that team. Ian Wright, Tony Adams, David Seaman. Obviously, I didn't want to be a goal. I was no good in goal myself, for obvious reasons. But I was obsessed. I was just like, oh my God, this is what I want to do always. I don't really care that much about anything else. This is all I want to do now. I just want to do this every day. And Arsene Wenger came in. We won the double in '98. I was just completely obsessed. And then the year later, we were in the UEFA Cup final. By 2002, we won the double again. Then we won an FA Cup a year after. Then we went the season unbeaten on my 20th birthday. Look how sunny it is. Absolutely blazing. I was right behind this, so I was in the North Bank. But you can see Vieira go. He's off. Just so good. Oh, what a day that was, though. Arms in the air now that we've made history. Oh, I never thought then that we wouldn't win it again for so long. You know, then we got to the Champions League final, and I remember thinking at the time, this is it now. I was naive enough to think, we'll just do that every season now. That'll happen again. And then, you know, for years, we didn't really do anything. When the team really dropped, going to the games, it was sometimes a bit poisonous, the atmosphere. You remember, like, the Wenger out, and people were Wenger in, and it really divided the fans. Things dragged on, and it was actually, by the time Arsenal went, it wasn't as nice a place to go. Whereas the last kind of few years, I don't think I've ever had as much fun. It's a mixture of, obviously, the fact the team are a lot better. They're challenging for things again, and also the atmosphere around the club has changed. Fans of other clubs have an idea of what, you know, other teams' fan bases are like, and I think probably with Arsenal sometimes it's been seen as kind of, you know, quiet. It's not passionate. You know, middle class. Drink a glass of Merlot at half time and then sing nothing during a game. And I know that's not true. I just know it's not true because I know that's not the people I'm with.
The last few years has been some of the most fun I've ever had watching Arsenal. But I've come down to London ahead of the PSG game to see how some fellow Gooners feel about the atmosphere around the club. First up, I'm going to meet a group of lads who are really passionate about the Arsenal.
I don't see anybody where you reach
Fellas,
Sup,
you all right, mate?
Harry.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Fellas, thanks so much for your time today. How did you all become Arsenal fans?
Thierry.
Facts. Thierry Henry, the greatest Premier League forward player ever. Yeah, he was big inspiration. Like just watching football, watching him play, made me want to support whoever he played for.
What do you think is kind of special about the Arsenal fan base?
Definitely the most diverse. Like even if you go around the world, like just any part of the world, Arsenal fans, majority.
There's so many different types of Arsenal fans, but then when we come together and talk about Arsenal, watch Arsenal, we all get that same passion, and it's a beautiful thing to see, to be honest.
It's a proper representation of like, what London is in general. London's a really diverse city, and I think Arsenal represent that to the fullest.
Other fans see Arsenal as cult fan base, as in the biggest. Like these are our ride or dies. Like, and I feel like a lot of other fans are envious of that, in a way.
And I feel like a lot of the other fans, don't know if you felt like, you know, when the team were struggling a bit more, you know, kind of towards the end of Arsenal's era, when we had Unai Emery, at the start of Arteta's era, like, it feels like a lot of, I don't know if you feel like a lot of other fans have kind of laughed at us.
100%.
Oh, wow,
100%.
Like,
I'm hurt that we're good again and we're not in school no more.
Even from second.
We're good and we're not in school no more. From second. We was the laughing stock. I'm like,
5 years ago.
Yeah. You know, one of the big things at the games now is that they play The Angel, the Lewis Dunford song, North London Forever. What do you make of that song? Because I know a lot of fans like hammer us for it, but it adds.
I like it. It's nice. I heard it.
When everyone sings it.
I don't really care what other fans think of it. We enjoy it. It's mint when everyone sings it. Like that, before that Real Madrid game the other day, at no point was I thinking, some Liverpool fans think this is a bit cringy.
And for you guys, I mean, you're musicians. I mean, how much would you love to have an anthem playing
that would
out?
be sick.
Yeah.
And you know what, like you said, it's an anthem. Like it's almost like a chant. Chant pre-game, just get the people. That would be sick.
Arsenal, if you like, ever want a new song or a remix, shout the boys at NSG. You get me? Yeah.
What it means to you boys for us to win the Champions League?
Everything.
Now there's the belief is there of they can actually do this. The Gooners can actually do this.
If we win the Champions League, I'm getting an Arsenal tattoo with a Champions League trophy and the year it happened. Just, you know what I'm saying? So in future reference, this is when it happened and it happened. So yeah. No, I'm being dead serious.
Tomorrow night we get the first wave. Next week get there. 3 more games. 3 more games.
I'm not worried about PSG though.
3 more games.
I'm more worried about a team like Inter. That played it similar to us defensive. I'm not worried about
taking each game as it comes, man. But I have the belief, I have the faith. I think we can do it.
So multicultural, Arsenal, and it always has been. It's always represented. As a disabled person, I've always felt, one of the big things I've always loved about Arsenal is that it's, you know, you can go somewhere. It's not really about where you come from. It's not about your background or, you know, your ethnicity or anything like that, or, you know, whether or not you're disabled. It's always been a place for me where everyone's the same. Everyone just wants the same, and I've always been quite attracted to that. A couple of years ago, they changed all of the murals, all the outside of the Emirates. And like one of them was a fans mural, and obviously I'm biased because I'm on it. Being on the side of your stadium is pretty mint. Again, you feel a sense of pride that Arsenal represents everyone. The men's team and the women's team, they're treated with the respect it deserves.
Now I'm going to meet a good mate of mine who I've shared some brilliant moments with watching Arsenal away. You ready? Yes. How you feeling?
Nervous already. Yeah. Nervous already.
Excited? No.
Can't believe it. Can't believe
Semi-final.
it. I know. We're so close. So close.
I just need to talk to them. I feel like I need therapy.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about it?
Terrified. Like I've reverted back to the same, because the last time we were in this position, you know, where it looked like we could make it to the final, it crumbled in front of our eyes. But I think I've got a feeling about this year. Any team that beats Real Madrid, surely that puts you as favourites in the competition. Twice. Exactly, that was twice.
Home and away.
Martinelli! It's the semi-finals for Arsenal!
We're built for European football. Do you know what I mean? It looks like that.
We don't give a lot away.
No, we don't give a lot away. I also think we've had a real luxury over the last couple of seasons with like what Mikel has built, which is that stadium is just... He's built this whole kind of cauldron now. I did actually really randomly bump into Mikel, and the first thing he said to me was, you know when they're doing the goal announcement and they keep repeating the player's name, do you like that? And I was like, yeah, it's great, you know, it's really good fun. He goes, yeah, I told them to do that. And you're like, he's looking at you like wow.
Everything. Now it's kind of all these little things have added together, obviously with the team getting better to contribute to kind of reigniting us, I feel.
We went through a serious banter era. We were banter FC. Yeah, it was poor. Like, it was really poor. And I think I certainly have found within the last 3 years, I found Arsenal going back to how it was when I first got into it in the 90s, because people are walking around with their Arsenal shirts on with a bit of pride. The power that a club can have on the pitch if they are aligned with their community is so huge. But are we going to do it?
I don't know.
I feel sick. It's how I honestly feel. It's like we're all going on a skydiving excursion and now we're in the plane up there and I'm going, I don't know if I can do this. If we win the Champions League, I'm getting Mikel lifting the trophy tattooed on me.
I've already committed. I've already said to him, I'll put it on camera that I'm just gonna chuck my leg out and just see what happens to it, and just let it get passed around like the trophy, and hopefully it'll end on the pitch with one of the players, and I might get it back.
You've got to try and get the leg in the trophy. That's what you need. The leg in the... You with the picture, with the trophy, with the leg in it. Come on.
So it's the night before the PSG game. We're at the Emirates. It's a press conference. Mikel Arteta is going to be talking to the press about how he's feeling about tomorrow night. I hope he's not as nervous as we are, because I ain't sleeping tonight.
Mikel, for a lot of the Arsenal fans, the atmosphere in the Emirates for the Real Madrid game was probably the greatest they felt at the Emirates, let alone maybe ever at the club. Would you say the connection between the team and the fans is the strongest it's ever been since you were here as a player and your 5 years as manager?
Yes. I think since I experienced and I was part of this as a player, 100%, and hopefully it will be much better because it's very improvable still, and building your own story and having the experiences that we had lately together, I think it's going to make that relationship and that connection even stronger. And tomorrow we have a massive opportunity as well, as a club, as supporters, to demonstrate who we are and how far we still want to get together.
That's got us up for tomorrow night, isn't it? Like Arteta, the way he talks, just about like always wanting more for the fans, wanting more from the players. It's just, can't help but feel excited about it, even more than what I was before. I just really hope we do something. Hope we get another big result, just to give us something when we go out there. So it's match day, and just what better way to start it than coming back to Highbury. Still now, when the sun's shining, there is nothing like this place. Good, isn't it? Think of the iconic players that walk through here. Still feel the history around it. Love it. It's been a while since I've been here. I lived in here 2013 when I first got on telly. I managed to convince my wife that we're to rent a flat here. It still brings back the memories. Like my first game here, May 2000, we played Chelsea. It's just unbelievable. I just lost my mind at how good it was. Just back there where Henry flicked it up and he scored against Man United, just moments. Like my first game, Chelsea, I was in the West End, which is there, and like just behind us there, we're just looking at what was the North Bank, and I was there for my 20th birthday when we went to season unbeaten. I just thought we'd win it every year. And that spot there, bit of grass there is where I came in drunk after the 2014 Cup final. where my missus was sunbathing and I fell on her. And then she left me in there to sleep for a good couple of hours. Didn't even notice. So, magical moments. Just magical moments.
When we moved to the Emirates, it took us years to find some sort of identity there, I think. You know, a lot of people still miss Highbury. I still miss it. But ultimately, you know, a stadium that holds 38,500 then wasn't sustainable if you wanted to compete at the top, let alone now we've got 60,000. And it's like, God, we could do with a few more. In the Emirates, it felt like a long time to find its identity. The atmosphere is as good as it's been at Arsenal, and it has been for the last few years, and I think that's why I love it. I love losing my mind. When Rice scored his second the other day, there's a video of me. What is that noise? I don't even know what it is. I've never made that noise before, and I wouldn't even be able to make it now if you told me to. Everyone goes piling forward. I nearly lost my leg in that melee. And I'm just, you know, there's one where I jumped up and the crowd moved forward. So I kind of ended up like floating down like Jesus. You don't get moments like that really in other forms of life. It's difficult to replicate.
So this is the Highbury Library. Nothing to do with the atmosphere that we used to be criticised for. It's the name of the pub that I go to before and after every home game. I've had some brilliant memories in here. And look, I'm not ashamed to say it, they do an unbelievable Aperol Spritz. So now I sound like the typical Arsenal fan. Come on, come in.
You said to me, you can have a pint with any Arsenal player. 100% Ray Parlour.
Parlour! Excellent finish.
This is on you, it's not on me. I didn't arrange it. I didn't call up Ray Parlour and make him go for a pint with me. You have. I can't wait to have a beer with him.
Alex, how are you, pal?
Good, thank you. Cheers, Ray.
Where are we?
Cheers. This is the Highbury Library.
Oh, wow.
It's
a bit quiet here, isn't it? Is it open yet?
Question for you. Was Highbury a library to you? It never felt like that to us as fans?
Not at all. Every person I spoke to, ex-players and whatever, they said it was always hard to play at Highbury. Tight little pitch, crowd all on top of you, a tight little stadium. So you could win the game in a tunnel sometimes. Quite a daunting place, to be fair, in that tunnel. And if you could see the nerves on the other team's face, and we scored early, you could beat them easy.
Well, Ray, you must have hundreds of memories from Highbury. Are there any that really stick out for you, like special atmospheres?
I think the most special day of my life, and it was unbelievable, because I grew up with Tony, room partner for many, many years, when he scored that goal. That could have gone anywhere, because I know what Tony's like in shooting practice. That could have gone in. It should have gone North Bank upper, really. Steve Bolt set it up as well, 2 centre-halves, and Tony used to do that in games sometimes. He used to maroon past you, going, where's he going? He's a centre-half. I've had some good times at Highbury, you know, when I scored a hat-trick there.
Ray Parlour on a hat-trick!
I got sent off there, which was a damn point when we lost to Newcastle. It was a great tackle, by the way.
Yeah.
I was gutted when they wanted to move, but it was all for the right reasons.
As fans, it always felt like it took a while to kind of get that identity back over there.
Absolutely. Towards the end of Arsene Wenger's reign, it wasn't great, the atmosphere, you know, everything was going wrong for the club, the fans weren't coming, and it was a bad situation for the club itself. But over the last 2 or 3 years, I think it's been the best I've ever heard it over there. There's a real connection. I think the connection with the fans is so important for the players.
You're such a hero to Arsenal fans. Arsenal fans love you. Like, have you always had that? Have you always had? We love you, mate. Of course we do. Did you always appreciate having that connection with the fans?
I come from a normal working class background. I've always been a very grounded person. I've just loved my time at Arsenal. I adore the fans. I think they was a big part of me going forward. Probably the earliest part of my career, I had to learn a few different trades, probably going out too much, having a good time and not concentrating enough. But when I got my head around, right, I've got to train harder, work harder. They'll always be in my heart. I always want them to do well. I'm a supporter now. I want them to win Champions Leagues and leave a legacy for themselves.
the season unbeaten, became an invincible. That was on my 20th birthday, that Leicester game.
Very proud that we went unbeaten because who knows whether it'd be done again. In a selfish head-on, hope it doesn't because you could always be the one who done it.
Yeah.
But if someone did do it, you just got to shake their hand and say, well done.
Tonight, massive game. Are you looking forward to kind of seeing the crowd and
Absolutely,
seeing how much they get behind?
It's going to be. I think there's a little march going on. That gets it all going. You know, the players know what's going on and they can sense the atmosphere, and you get a buzz out of that. I promise you now. I finished football quite a while ago, but you never get a bigger buzz when you're doing well and your fans are right behind you. And you walk on that pitch and you say, "Come on, this is it. 90 minutes, one big performance, and we're one step nearer to that final."
Ray, thank you so
Cheers,
much.
buddy.
Cheers,
Good to see
mate.
You, mate. Alex,
Cheers.
all the best, pal.
Thank you, mate.
Let's hope we're celebrating later.
Yeah, I hope so. What more of these? So this is Graham. We've been mates since we were 11.
Yeah.
We went to our first Arsenal game.
First game we managed to get tickets for. I remember we played Stockholm and we were up in the gods. And I remember I forgot my glasses.
Had to borrow our mate's mum's glasses.
That's not how glasses work. So I remember, and I didn't want to seem rude, so I had these pair. I watched my first game with this pair of these DG Barlow type big glasses on. I couldn't see nothing. I think we won like 3-0. So actually my first Arsenal game, I saw nothing.
When we went to see Arsenal at Wembley in 1999, did you ever imagine that 25 and a half years later, we'd be sat in a pub, having a pint before a Champions League semi-final, and Ray Parlour would be having a beer behind us?
That's actually quite crazy.
So what are you thinking tonight?
There's more pressure on us tonight than there's ever been, I think. It's either going to be a 0-0 draw or we're going to absolutely tear them splits.
The best thing about this is, if we do end up getting beat, then none of this will make the edit.
Yeah. We know how this goes.
The thing with PSG is, we played them earlier this season in the league phase, and it was as comfortable as I've seen us for ages. They've improved so much. They're a brilliant team.
Numbers getting into the box for PSG. Kvaratskhelia, it's a good pull back and a goal! What a start for PSG! It's Ousmane Dembélé inside 4 minutes. Oh, he's played in a lovely ball. It's Martinelli! Couldn't take the chance. Floated in by Rice. A fine ball! And a goal! Marino for Arsenal!
You're just going to see whether this is offside.
The Emirates holds its breath. No, it's not going to count. It's offside. Rice leading the charge for Arsenal. And Trossard has made a good run. And Martinelli's in the box. Trossard! Oh, good save. Floated forward here to Gonzalo Ramos, who's got support arriving. He's hit the bar.
It's only 1-0. We're still in with a slight chance. I'd say it's slimmer. It doesn't take away the fact that these moments that we've had the last few years have been unbelievable. They've been incredible. It's addictive. I want moments like those Rice free kicks. Sometimes I hear it on the radio and I go, well, if you don't win anything, it doesn't mean anything. And that's rubbish. No. I mean, obviously, I'd like us to win it. I'd like us to do that. May the 31st in Munich. I'm certainly not, just giving up hope. God, bloody, I'd love us to win. We'll go out there, 2,000 Arsenal fans, who knows? If Arsenal win that Champions League final, you get a shot at the crowd and you'll see a leg being passed around and you'll know that's my leg. You'll be able to go, here's Alex Brooker in the crowd or a bit of him. That'll be it, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to launch it and just go, do you know what, I'll hop home. I don't care. I'll hop.